Shalom, all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kahakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the bishops and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well through the scriptures. Peace to the 144,000 and the rest of the hopeful elect. I'm the brother Kaya from GMS in Indianapolis, branch of Indiana. The original Gary campus, GMS, It Will Not Tarry 2. And this is an in transit video you see on screen. This guy from, what is it? Bread of, what is it? H.O.B, House of Bread, a splinter group of Sakari. But anyway, for those in the know, in Israel news, so to speak, this guy is on the whole campaign of exposing Guerrilla Hebrew, the former head of Sakari. And he's a demon, and things coming out about him. And in this video, I'm gonna just say this guy right here, you a demon too. All right, you gonna be a part of the judgment of the Lord. All right, as the Lord's judgment is going forth, you gonna get caught up in it too. Your whole ministry is based off exposing this guy. Somebody actually came on this video and said, when you gonna go back out there and teach? And he was like, we do teach, we doing a lot of teaching, we doing a lot of blah, blah, blah. Okay, all right, well, cool. All right, but you did a 3.5 hour video that could have been done in 30 minutes. All right. You went into how he camp ties was used to pay the bills of one of these women he was involved with. Okay, that's wrong. That's wicked. We got you. All right? But that shit could have been done in 30 minutes. The whole video was redundant. You going in, you saying the same shit over and over and over. Right? And then finally get to a scripture towards the end. There's a scripture in Proverbs I'm thinking about. It says, only by pride cometh contention. Right? So you're contentious, and that's pride. And the Lord don't like pride. Talking about that woman, bigging up that woman, saying, bless her and the Most High this and that. She's a great woman. You telling everybody else to support her business and all that. But that's a nigga woman. She got the pictures you were showing. It looked like she had a BBL and a blonde wig. And that's what you talking about, the Most High blessed because she gave you some material so you can further attack a former head of yours. Nigga, you ain't in the truth either. House of Bread. All right, bread is supposed to be. Hold on, Salakia. Let me get over. Bread is supposed to be helpful and nourishing. All right? All of this shit, all these exposure videos, hey, at some point, you know, move along. All right? At some point, you got to teach the scriptures, man. But on the other hand, this is just further damning evidence that the Lord is bringing out. All right, on this guy too. See, the Most High, he controls all things. All right, he'll kill, as the term goes, killing multiple birds with one stone. He can knock out multiple birds with one stone. Hey, the deceived and the deceiver are his. All right, so the person that's being tricked and the person that's doing the tricking, it's all in the hands of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. In some way, somehow, they found out a way to throw our leadership in there, the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. They found out a way to throw us under the bus about what he called the grape soda doctrine. You know, y'all in the know, y'all know what it is. The grape doctrine, right? Drop the G. Which, that's just one of the many aspects of the scriptures that's contrary to the way we live in the world. See, the way that's foreign and disgusting to a nigga without understanding, the same way we find feminism foreign and disgusting, modism foreign and disgusting. So these guys ain't fully came out of Babylon. All right. Jake kept what they agreed with, just like in Egypt, right? In Egypt, when you read about the time of Judges, right? There's a scripture in Judges which says, every man followed after. I'm at this light, so maybe I can find it. Here it is. Was just got out of, delivered through the great signs and the great wonders, roamed around the wilderness, right? But then Jake still kept the BS they agreed with from Egypt. Let me see. It's in Judges. It might be the Judges. Let me see. King. Let me see. They put Kong. Well, I put Kong. Let me see if I could find this scripture real quick. But the scripture, just roughly paraphrasing it, it says, let me see. Anyway, it's a scripture in Judges which speaks about it wasn't no king in Israel, but every man did after his own heart, or something like that. Right? So now the light green, so I can't look for it. Salakia. Maybe I'll put it in post-production, but yeah, like I said, there's a scripture in Judges which says that, man. So they kept some of that BS from Egypt. And that's just like how these guys do. All right? The scripture says, Yahweh Shai said, another red light. I can look for it. It speaks about being offended. All right? Matthew 11:6. And blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me. So the scripture says he comes in the volume of the book. So that means that you're not offended by what's in the book. All right? You gotta form your mind to agree with the book. It's not formulated to agree with what you think. Who the hell are you? You ain't nobody. What is your righteousness? If it's not a filthy rag, right? I had a point I was going with that. Damn. Damn. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, the Wadi how about Shimmy outside. So, yeah, here it is. Y'all done got away. Y'all ain't fully accepted the knowledge of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. And you got it coupled with the things you agree with that was given to you from your captivity. And now you cussing out the apostles and elders because they going into the book and what they said. Yeah, this guy here, the guy whose sole ministry is based off exposing guerrilla Hebrew, which he'll say is not, right? But I'll end it with this scripture here. It's Isaiah. Isaiah 66. I think it's let me see. Isaiah 66 and I think it's like verse 5 or something. Matter of fact, I'll start at verse 4. It says, I also will choose their delusion. See, a lot of these guys think they're in the truth. You got the still in the truth demon. That's what our apostles and elders call it. The still in the truth demon. All right. The Lord ain't sent you, but yet you ran. Lord ain't sent you with no half-ass message. You right on this point and wrong in all the other ones. Right? I also will choose their delusions and will bring their fears upon them, because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, they did not hear, but they did evil before my eyes, and choose that in which I delighted not. Verse 5. Hear the word of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, ye that tremble at his word. See, we tremble at his word. All right? That's why we hold the Passover solemnly, the way the scripture said to hold it solemnly. That's why we don't even deal with women in our congregation, right? Because oftentimes the scripture speaks about the children of Israel. It's talking about the sons of Israel in particular, right? The scripture says women's supposed to learn in silence from their husbands at home. See, you get to bringing women into things, and women get to seeing who's in charge and get to figuring out the balances of power of perception. Might like this guy, how he teach, how this guy dress, or like how this guy muscular, or this guy teeth, or whatever. See? So to just scrap all that, how about we just keep it the way it was kept in old times, right? It was just the men for the most part. The women had to be there seldomly, in passing, so to speak. Go to a brother's house, his wife there, whatever. All right, that's like that. Not having women dancing before the congregation all dressed up. See, nah, that's not trembling at the word of the Lord. It says, your brethren that hated you, that cast you out for my name's sake, said, let Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai be glorified. And that's what this guy did in that video when he threw GMS under the bus for bringing out the scriptures properly. And this applies to everybody that comes against us, man. This applies to everybody that comes against whoever holds the truth properly, man. Y'all think y'all doing the right thing, and y'all think we wicked because y'all delusional. There's a mental block over you where you can't see the scriptures entirely. You can see some of it, but you can't see it entirely. So that curse that David put on Israel, all right, which is reiterated in Romans, all right, that applies to you guys. Just because you know you're Israelite, that don't mean that you exempt. That apply to you too. But the election have obtainment. And matter of fact, let me grab that real quick. Romans 11:7. It says, what then? Israel have not attained that which he seeketh for? Notice it said he. But the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. According as it is written, the Most High have given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear, until this day, right? Which that's prophesied in Isaiah, I believe, in verse 9. And David said, let their table be made a snare. Yeah, a table, right? Where you study at. So you study in the scriptures, you learned you're Israelite, but it's a trap unto you. Because look at what you're doing with the knowledge that you are an Israelite. Look how you teaching. It's a trap unto you because you unknowingly and unwittingly are going against the Most High because you ain't accepted him in the volume of the book, the entirety of it. And a stumbling block and a recompense unto them. See, a recompense, right? What's a recompense? Antipodoma, the thing paid back, requital. So you're going to be paid back for what you're doing and for what you said. All right. Let their eyes be darkened that they may not see, and bow down their back always. See, you under a delusion. See? Back in verse 5. Hear the word of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, ye that tremble at his word. Your brethren that hated you, that cast you out for my name's sake, said, let the Most High, let Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai be glorified, right? Thinking they doing a right work. But he shall appear to your joy, and they shall be ashamed. See, so you're going to be ashamed. All right? Because here it is. The answer was given. All right? The Spirit was poured out unto you. But like the scripture said, he stretched out his hand and no man regarded. See, you ain't regard the knowledge and information given to you. All right? You ain't accept it all. The scripture says, the ear tried words like the mouth tastes meat. You ain't like that part. You ain't take the bitter with the sweet. You got guys not eating bitter herbs, lamb and lettuce. You LL Cool J nigga. You LL Cool Jews, lamb and lettuce, right? No, you got to take the bitter too. But anyway, with that, Lord's will, this was an edifying lesson to those who elect. All praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakudah, Shalom.